wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun of me, got my with a tree. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I done. Swear they'll get us here. Just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool.
We welcome you to Patriot Place and a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Once more, it's Henderson. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Jadian Sherwood there to meet him.
That's a 39-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Patriots first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
What's that?
Out of the gun, here's May. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And the Jets are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here we go. 52 blue.
They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On the ready.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
Down. 10. Cut.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Mason Taylor. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Ready. 50 green.
He'll drop to throw. flush to his right. Now he takes off, heading out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Exiting the pocket right. He's got it at the 7. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal.
Set.
Hall. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Set. Hut. Block 40. Set.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Crazy. 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 5. Hey, what's up?
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, New England. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Pats will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're on top, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Well, cover on the sideline, and it's intercepted.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
That's right side and brought in by Williams.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4.
Here we go, son. That's crazy. Five.
Working out of the gun, it's May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is The tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Five. Crazy. Five.
Made out on 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Five. Crazy.
May to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Third, they need 8.
What's that?
Here's May again. That one on target to Moore. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
What's that?
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Quickly out to Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Jets' 13-yard line.
2nd and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, New England. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The extra point, up and good. And the Patriots will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready. Black 40.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right. It's taken in. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Moving to his left. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to the air one more time. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start to this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this guy.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Marcus Jones now to return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Crazy. You cut. Hey, what's that? 5. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy.
To throw on first down is May. He'll air it out down the middle. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Yeah, a little predictable there. You feel like you just gave up points, and the first thing you want to do is you just want to answer back, and you try to get it all in one play. Nice job by the defensive coordinator, understanding the deep shot was coming, having the right call there. So offensively, just take what's there. You're not going to get all those points back in one play. Take your time, take what's there, sustain the drive. Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Sir, what's that? Hey, what's that? 5. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
On play action, here's May. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff, and it's Henderson. And he'll take this right to the 43-yard line. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Crazy.
To throw is May. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Okay.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Black. 95. Cut.
Back to throw. Moving outside the pocket. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Ready.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Gets this away, and it's a good one. Angling toward the sideline. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, here's May. That complete to Henderson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and it just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the ground, here is Henderson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, New England.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. It's 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Finding space at the 15. And he will score again. Touchdown, Patriots. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. Borregales now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Pats have broken the deadlock as they move on to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready,
Back to throw here to begin the drop. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical.
And he's got another one. Touchdown, New York. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already.
Chad Ryland for the extra
They
point.
find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Jones now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Crazy.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he is out of bounds at the 45. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. Throwing on first and 10 is May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. So we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Hall. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Let's go now. 50.
He'll drop to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Give him 18 yards on that one, and a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go. Black.
They'll look to throw. That one taken in by Mitchell. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Now, faking the give. That's right side, and caught by Taylor. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here we go. You're ready.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. He'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. His 4th TD grab of the season.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Crazy.
On 1st and 10, here's May. He'll look deep, left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
It's now 2nd and
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and 7. Working out of the gun. It's May. That is Ryan Cook, the safety, there to record the sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return.
Come on, set.
The drive begins with a run, and it's home. I don't think I was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Brings up second and
9. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Third down and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he gets that one complete to his tight end, Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. 23 yards on that pass play. And the Jets have a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
brings up second and 3.
Come on, set. 19. Ready.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On the set.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Red, cut.
He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10.
Here we go, set.
Off we go with the fourth quarter, and it starts with a run by Hall. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second and 6.
Set. Blue, 32. Set.
They'll throw out of the gun. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
I I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Patriots 24.
Start on the ground. He finds a seam, a good run. Up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing on second down. May. His receiver on the inside. He's got it. Indy marked down very close to the first down. They got 14 to the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They're going. It's May. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20. They get 18 yards on 4th down and a fresh set of downs. Now give up the middle. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up
Now it's 2nd and 1.
at the 10-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable, incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
Crazy! Crazy!
They'll go. Here's May. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
Here we ready.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. He's able to get it out, but to the 2 and no further.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9.
Turn it.
From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Come on, set, cut.
They'll drop to throw. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
And after that 1st down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a 1-possession game.
Okay, ready?
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 41 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Jets 1st down.
Down. 45. White. Ready.
They'll go again with Hall. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season.
windows on upside up Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. Well, nothing short of masterpiece.